Welcome to Soft Launch, motherfuckers. Episode 4. We in the building. It's Sunday.
It is, but it feels like a Saturday.
It does because it's a long weekend.
It is Memorial Day weekend.
Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. JC Mendoza here with my lovely queen Samantha Santos. This is the Soft Launch podcast. Two comedians turned passionate lovers, sexually and emotionally, have started a podcast together because you know why the fuck not?
You know yeah. It wouldn't also be our podcast if JC didn't mention sexually.
Yes. We're
gonna try to not talk about our sex life on this episode.
Not much one to talk about.
Oh my God. I'm not even doing it with you. We're back on high noon, so I probably will be wasted this episode.
We will be wasted by minute 37. You know what I'm saying? But we're living a beautiful life.
We are.
It's a beautiful podcast.
High Noon sponsor us.
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to be wasted. This is pineapple. High Noon tastes like summer.
Yeah,
and
I will
bet you in the summer. I hate that song.
Wow. Feel like Josh Adam Myers. It's High Noon is, man, seltzers in general. This is not a seltzer technically, but it's
a vodka soda. But I've never had a vodka soda I liked until I had this.
Yeah, it's got a seltzer vibe. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like white women have been on seltzers for a minute.
They have.
And this is one thing that we've taken from them.
Absolutely. How's it feel?
And it feels good for me. You know what I'm saying? It feels great.
Well, how's it feel for the white women? We're stealing your shit.
I wish like reverse gentrification worked in our favor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how like when white people start to like places, they make them more expensive?
Yeah.
I wish when we all started to like High Noons,
make it cheaper.
Shit was just cheaper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wish that was the case.
I think they might have done that. Didn't they do that with Cristal?
Cristal's cheaper now?
I don't know if it's cheaper, but it's definitely, it lost its thing.
Yeah, its thing. What else? Remember Polo? Polo used to be, I mean,
Polo
white
was
people,
huge.
White people still love Polo, but now the big horses, rugbies.
One thing about my brother, had every Polo that ever existed.
One thing about me, I was a Polo fiend.
My brother got a lot of like vintage Polo. He was like real big in that. And he'd be like, check out this Polo.
You know what I think it is? I think young Latino men, especially we have racial identity issues in New York, and the way we got those out was big polos.
Yeah.
Big horse polos. Yeah. Like, there's no way anybody's going to
Do you remember Polo Association?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was like when you saw a dude in that, you're like, come on, man.
The little, I thought, you know, back in the day in my school, we used to call it Polo Assassin.
That's what I thought it was.
We called it the Polo Assassin.
That's what I thought it was.
And I used to be hyped to wear it because I'm like, yeah, I'm the Polo Assassin. And then somebody.
You wore it.
Like when I got to when I shifted
I wish I would have known that before I made this decision to be with you.
Yeah, you let me inside you too. Raw, dude. There's Polo.
Inside of you. Inside of you.
There's little Polo Assassin semen inside of you. We're just all over the place.
I'm fucking wasted already. I took one sip.
But no, man, I used to be hyped to wear it like 9th and 10th, 9th grade. That was my freshman year because 9th grade in my school was still the middle school. And then we all moved to and I tried to bring Polo Assassin over to the high school, and some seniors flamed me, and I had to throw them shits the fuck out.
As they should have.
Now I only wear boxers secretly on struggle days. You know what I'm saying? Like only like my last 3 boxers. Because guys, the way we do laundry is we don't worry about clothes until we get down to our struggle boxers. Those are the boxers.
I love that you think that's just a man thing. Women do the fucking same thing.
You have struggle panties?
I don't have struggle panties, but I like run down. I'm like, damn it, I have one pair of panties left. Like they're not my favorite ones.
What's your last pair of panties?
Well, I don't like wear them in order, but like it's like the ones that I don't like. They give me like panty lines.
I absolutely wear my underwear in order, like from best underwear to worst underwear.
Well, no, because for women it's different. We have to wear certain underwear depending on what we're wearing.
Like when I get down to the red Polo Assassins, it's laundry.
You actually.
Yeah,
dude. Wearing your red Polo Assassins the first time we ever had sex. You had red underwear on.
Hey, man, I
still let him inside me.
Hey, I was going through some shit.
That's how you could tell I was horny and needed some dick.
I'm also be fair. Those are my red polos. I have red polos and I have red Polo Assassins.
I think they might have been Polo Assassins.
Hey, shut your fucking mouth. All right, we're being way too vulnerable on the pod. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't even know how we got here. But this is what the podcast is about, ladies and gentlemen. Soft Launch is 2 comedians talking shit, man, loving each other and telling you guys a story.
Yes.
All right, so you want to kick this thing
off?
Well,
let's kick off our first segment. It's called One Thing About We.
Think about we.
So I usually kick it off. We're gonna throw it to you. You kick it off. Yeah.
All right. One thing about me is I have been taken advantage of by my girlfriend. She has done things to me without my consent and without my knowledge. She made me a salad because we're big in salads now. We're big in salads because, a chicken salad. We're big in salads because, you know, at the beginning of the year, we were both in probably amongst the worst shape that we felt.
Oh my
in our
God,
life.
yeah.
For me, sure, I was as heavy as I've ever been.
And I was just skinny. I don't know how that happened.
I don't know either, man.
You gained, I lost.
I gained like mad. I was big for me. So we started on the salad trip to be healthier, and I love salad. I didn't realize I was gonna love it. It is delicious to all my guys out here.
Yes.
You know, get some salad. Let your girlfriend toss your salad. It's good. Salad is good money, right? But the way I was taken advantage of is she handles the meal preps for the week.
That's me.
Because I'm a man. And she's a woman, and that is her place.
And
you're
using that man term real loosely around here. Not as being cute in the same color.
I know, not as matching. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm a man, but like I'm really saying I'm a man.
Man.
Man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the man. She handles the meal prep because she's better at it than I am, and she sends me off to work with the salad. And it's like what a raspberry vinaigrette.
Yes, I was like, hey, you're gonna not think you're gonna like this dressing, but you're gonna love it. And he was like, all right. And then he was like, what is it? What is it? And I was like, damn, I know he's gonna whatever. So I'm like, it's raspberry vinaigrette.
Raspberry vinaigrette.
Raspberry? No, I'm sorry, it wasn't raspberry. Strawberry basil vinaigrette. And you were like, I'm not gonna like that at all. And it's delicious.
I'm not big on strawberries, and I just don't like fruit based things to eat.
I don't
that's not the fruit. You know?
I don't like it if it's I used to think that I didn't like it in like dinner foods or things like that. And then I grew up.
Yeah, so she's putting me onto this the strawberry
basil from Trader Joe's. Shout out Trader Joe's. And
it was slamming. So she made it. It was a delicious salad, and I texted her. I was like, "Yo, the salad was slamming. Thank you so much. Like, I'd love to have it again." She's like, "Guess what?" I was like, "What?" She was like, "There was beets in the salad."
Yeah.
She put beets.
I put beets. So
she fucking beat the shit out of me. She beat me the fuck up. And I am a big anti-beet man.
Well, here's the thing.
Because beets, to me, it's a silly thing.
You don't even know what it is.
No, but it's ridiculous.
That's why you ate it and you didn't even know they were in there. I didn't like hide them.
I know that Dwight Schrute is a beet farmer and he's a man of great nonsense. And that is my only knowledge of beets. And that told me everything I felt like I needed to know. Here's
the thing about JC. We'll be like shopping in Trader Joe's together and I'll be like, oh, do you like this? And he's like, nah. I'm like, have you ever had it? He's like, no. I'm like, all right. So we're gonna try it. So there's like a big thing amongst like your friend group.
Yes.
Where one of his friends, shout out Victor, likes beets. He also likes Fig Newtons.
But the thing about it is not only does he like it, but we are starchly against him, in opposition to him in this endeavor.
Yes, but I don't know about your friends. I can't speak on them, but I'm gonna go on a whim.
Go.
And say most of them probably have never had beets.
I don't know.
Or figs.
I don't know.
Because one thing about beets and figs, I love them.
One thing that you're not understanding is one of the best parts about being a man is having strong opinions on things that you don't know anything about.
That is something that is really big in the male culture.
How do you think we got this abortion debate popping? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about us, but we have opinions.
Yeah.
All right.
That's something you guys will always have.
Beets is one of those things that we have very strong opinions about beets. And Victor, he's also just a fun friend to not agree with. You know, like everybody has a couple friends in the group chat where it's like when this person likes something and they like it too much, it's like it doesn't matter what the thing is. I feel
like he's just trying to put you guys on because he's good with food.
Of course, because he's good with food and he's a good person. But it's also Victor. So it's like, fuck that. Nah, we don't fuck with beets, you fucking beat-eating bitch.
Well, guess who's a beat-eating bitch now?
I have been beaten against my consent. I did not give consent to be beat. I feel like, I feel like she slipped it in there.
And you liked it.
I feel like the girl on the other end of, you ever heard the Rick Ross song when he's like, put Molly on the champagne? She didn't even know it. That's what you did to my salad with the beets, you fucking piece of shit.
I did.
And it was delicious. And I was at the rest of my work day fucking high off beets. Just like, oh my
beets
God.
Beets are so good for you, by the way. They're good for your blood and stuff.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what else they are good for. I know they are really helpful for you. Anyway, they're delicious. Yeah. And I have more in the fridge to add into more salads.
I have to adjust the way that I'm sitting. Because if I put my leg up, it looks like I'm wearing a fucking Speedo. Because these shorts are so short.
One thing about JC he should wear is when you got nice legs.
Yeah.
And a nice ass. Got a nice tuckus.
Nice tushy. Nice tuckish. I don't know, man. I don't know. But one thing about me is I've been beaten against my will. Beaten,
yeah.
And
I beat that pussy up.
Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like how comfortably that pussy came out of your mouth. Yeah, I don't like it. But it is what it is. True. I've been beaten against my will, and not all domestic violence goes the way that you guys think.
Yeah, some domestic violence is healthy for you. Yeah. Good for your blood, you know?
Wild take. Well, yeah, that's the one thing about me. I was beat, and I was beaten by a girl, and I liked it.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure.
You're welcome.
By looking at me, you could probably tell that was something I was into anyway. But yeah, that's
You're welcome.
One thing about me. What about you?
One thing about me, My mom's calling me right now, and I'm going to ignore it. She wants me to go to a drag brunch.
Oh, that's nice, though.
Yeah. Not going. Yeah. But anyway, one thing about me is I got my hair done this weekend. I got a little haircut.
Yes, you did. Everybody acknowledge the fact that if you're watching this podcast, jump in the comments and tell Sam how good her haircut looks.
Except you might not be able to tell about the color because I fucking hate it.
Guys, I mean, I don't know if this happens to you guys in your relationships with people that you love, but my queen is...
Use your words wisely.
She has an affliction in which compliments that you give her don't take until the 70th time you give it to them in a 2-minute span.
200.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how often I tell her that her hair looks good. If you guys don't jump in the comments and tell her your hair looks great, we love it, she's never gonna believe it.
Well, I love my haircut
because she thinks that I give her compliments because I have an agenda,
feel better.
which is fucking crazy and a huge problem. If we're being frank about it, it's insane. And like, if y'all don't tell
you
her,
look great, I'm like, shut up.
Shut the fuck up. You just want to fuck me, don't you? And I'm like, well, yeah, dude, but I mean, still, you look good. I don't want to fuck you because you don't look good. No,
some compliments I take. Like yesterday was really sweet when I met with you yesterday after your show, and I had fed Derek's cat. Shout out to Tippopotamus.
Yes.
And I was waiting for you by the thing, and then like you pulled up on your bike, and you were like, "This is what you wore?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "You look cute as hell."
Good. She had a leather jacket with some Brett 11s. You know that the little hood rat in me that doesn't exist, but that I try to feed, really loves a bitch in Jordan, son. I love it. It really just does something to me because you know I'm from Long Island, so I'm always trying to overcompensate for my pretty good upbringing.
Yeah.
By acting like I love.
He's like the hood rat in me with my front yard and backyard.
Said the hood rat in me that doesn't exist because you know I just had so many trees in my village. Your village. I'm from the village of Valley Stream. You know what I'm saying? So seeing her dressed like that shit, I like that. You know, I liked it, and I gave her a compliment. And that's the first time she took a compliment on the first try.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that was because I was in a terrible mood at that point.
How do you know I wasn't just giving you a compliment just to make you feel better?
Well, now I did that. Now I think you do. So,
but yeah,
we're gonna have to talk about it when this pod. We might have to turn it off and start re-recording.
Yes. One thing about her, she looks amazing. Everybody needs to tell her because it's true and she deserves to hear.
Well, I got a hahaircut and I really loved it. I've been wanting to cut my hair for a while. You too. JC's gonna have a new look soon.
In about like maybe 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Just because it takes a long time to make a fucking curly appointment.
Oh my! Don't even give me. That's a whole other thing.
The streets going crazy.
Yeah, I did make an appointment with a new hair place, a new cut place. I liked the cut. Then I went to go get my hair. I went to go get my hair colored, and I went to a salon where they are not familiar with curly hair at all, and it did make me feel like I felt like I was like a star when I walked in because it was just I was surrounded. This is an Asian salon. It was just a bunch of Asian dudes like touching my hair. Like, did you do this yourself or was it a curling iron? I'm like, no, baby, I woke up like this.
It's a bunch of Asian dudes, and I'm gonna make a joke, and it's gonna be a little crass, and I don't mean it offensively, but we
just say the fucking joke. Now you've ruined it,
and I can't help but do it. But no, people have gotten in trouble for this. But you go into a salon, a bunch of Asian people. Oh
no! Immediately no. That is not what I thought you were gonna do. Oh my god!
It's funny because I didn't say anything. It just made one sound.
Oh my god!
Just
no. No. Anyway, but but I hate the color, and of course, don't do it. Anyway, I'm trying to move past this. No,
I didn't even say. I'm not even gonna say anything.
You did.
Literally no.
You said it. No.
Oh shit! That's the voice note that I wanted to send you yesterday.
I know. So I'm like text him. I'm like, yo, I feel insane. Like was surrounded by so many people like looking at my hair, and they asked me like 4 times if I used a curling iron. I was like, motherfucker, no.
Yeah.
And then I texted him. I'm like, this is crazy. And then he was like, can I send you a voice note? And I'm like, no, I don't have headphones.
I was like, I'll tell you later. And I still never did it. So
so he just did it on the pod. So that
one sound
could never take off.
If that gets me in trouble, then I'm sorry, genuinely. But I think that's funny and tasteful because that's funny stuff.
Yeah. Well, one thing about my Asian best friend is she does Asian voice all the time.
Well, she should, man. It's fun. The fun part about actually being of an ethnicity is, being able to poke fun at it a little crassly without being hateful because, it's
one time a funny story about that is one of my best friends, Alice, is Asian, Chinese woman, and she runs like a produce company. So she gets like, she sells wholesale to like restaurants and stuff. So she got like a list from a restaurant that wanted veggies, and it was an Asian restaurant, and they wanted broccoli, and they wrote it out, broccoli.
Oh, and you were.
That's how they wrote it. That's how they wrote it. And
that was worse than what I did. Even just the telling of the
I was
story.
reading it off the paper, and she sent it. And she's like, "This is the funny." Like she's like, "This is so funny," and then she just kept doing it. Broccoli.
That is very funny. Good. Shout out to her and her produce empire.
Yeah, literally. My friend is rich.
That's good.
Good for her.
Your hair looks amazing.
So one thing about me, my hair is done, and I hate it, but I like the cut. Your sister gave me a recommendation, and I should have not been impatient and went to get my hair cut by Jennifer with a PH instead of an F.
Jennifer. Yeah,
that's Jennifer.
It's funny because I picture all like 9 guys who listen to this podcast for an escape of life and just listening to you talk about my hair.
and you're gonna love it. But yeah, that was the one thing about me. Nothing major this week, really.
No, nothing major. And then one thing about the both of us is we have been on a fucking.
Oh,
I feel like we've been on a big old school R&B kick.
Yeah, we were up until 3 a.m. last night.
What were we watching? Watching Making the Band 4. Day 26 season.
Shout out Q.
Shout out Robert.
Big Mike.
Willie. Brian A. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, we don't have to call him Brian A because he made the band.
Yeah, but still, that we just.
Shout out to Brian and his 47 cornrows.
No, I mean, this is very specific, but if y'all remember Making the Band 4. If you don't remember, go watch. It's so funny.
It's what you can find on YouTube.
There's one YouTube video that's 4 hours long, the whole season of them and Danity Kane, which is hilarious.
Shout out Danity Kane.
Yeah, Danity Kane has some blastics, but Day 26, man, I asked it, I was like, is there a more talented
and the answer
male
is yes.
singing group ever in the history of male R&B?
That's completely insane to think that Day 26,
like person for person,
which could really be called a flop.
Oh no, they can't. They had a classic
not
album.
To you. And not to me.
No, I don't think in music they'd be considered a flop. They have
Babe, I want you to go outside and ask anyone in the street, hey, name me one Day 26. Do me even better, name me one Day 26 member, and they're going to be like, what the fuck is Day 26? Babe, it was big. You have to, for me, something I've had to learn is things that were big for me in my life were not big for everybody.
Nah, fuck that. It was a global phenomenon.
I think maybe in your friend group, because I remember when we were in DR, like Jose brought up Day 26, and I was like, no one brings that up.
Yeah, we loved it. We loved Day 26.
I loved it too. I used to run home. I used to work in a wine shop and get out at 10, and that's when it started.
Yeah.
And I would like count the register at like 9:55, and then be like, gotta run because I like lived a block away.
I remember.
And I would like run home to catch because there was no DVR.
Oh yeah, you had to catch that shit live.
You had to catch it live, or you had to watch the reruns. And like, who wanted to do that?
Yeah, that's a different. I don't remember like staying up specifically to watch. I might have, but it was a while ago for me. But I remember getting to.
Was it not a while ago for me?
No, like I don't have my memories of that time are not as crisp. How old were you when that was happening?
Probably like 20, 21.
20. I was like fucking, I was at the height of my hormones and shit like that.
One thing about us.
What?
Same age difference as
Q and Dawn.
As Q and Dawn.
Yeah, I mean, obviously different part of life.
Well, different part of life because.
But yeah, 5 years.
He was 19 and she was 24, 23. 5 years.
Yeah, whatever. 5 over 19. 24. Yeah.
And you know what though? I think I would have. He had a pretty good game. He was very intentional about what he was doing.
He was rizzing her up, as the kids would say.
But he was came into her studio session and was just like, let me get your number.
He was very much a light skinned R&B singer about it.
He really was. He really was.
We've also learned upon reflection, because we started watching Making the Band, and then we went on the old school R&B kick. We ended up at Usher's. What was it? Nice and Slow? Classic record.
Ridiculous video.
We learned, and it's kind of a sad realization to come to, but every R&B singer that you know ever in the history of music is a corny dude.
Is an absolute cornball.
Every single one.
And I think I might have known that about Usher.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just the nature of the job.
Yeah.
It's impossible to be a really cool dude and sing serious R&B.
I think I learned that from you because I have always thought, I would always be like, oh my God, it's so hot. And then like when you watch like Verses and you're like, I know Marion starts licking a fucking watermelon and you're like, what are we doing?
Yeah, and he's like, what is he? He's got to be 40.
Watch your mouth. I think he's my age. Watch your mouth. First of all, watch your mouth. But fucking yeah, every R&B singer ever to exist. They're trying to change this. I would say the first
Like, I don't know if The Weeknd is a corny dude. I think he does too much drugs to be corny, probably.
I think The Weeknd's probably the corniest.
Get the fuck out of here. Cornier than Usher? Usher's the corniest dude ever.
Ever?
Not ever. Like and I say like Drake is my favorite.
Also,
Drake
by the way, also if we're being honest,
go for it.
Drake is the corniest artist of all time.
100%.
And that's not to say he doesn't make good music and great. Cornball-osaurus. It's so obvious he didn't get ladies before.
You know who's a cool R&B singer? I would say Ty Dolla $ign's probably. He's a cool dude, I would think.
Yeah, but he's not as mainstream enough to be corny.
No, you're right. And he's less R&B and more kind of like.
I would say Chris Brown, not corny, just violent.
No, yeah, he really quelled those corny allegations fast.
He didn't want to be corny, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna be a criminal.
Let me beat the shit out of some women.
Yeah, one thing about him, he was like, you know who's corny? Usher, and I'm gonna punch him in his face.
He did do that. That's very funny.
He did that very recently.
No, and like boy bands are
boy bands are really corny.
Every single one of them. And we were listening to Boyz II Men because that's
very funny.
And they were
like Game of Thrones.
End of the road. Oh, that's hysterical. What song was that? I'll Make Love to You.
No, it was
For Tonight.
Yeah, it's just your night. No, it was
you need only ask.
Yeah, you need only ask.
Why are we talking in medieval speak?
Did Shakespeare write this fucking song?
What was happening in Philadelphia at the time? Did they make this song when the Liberty Bell was fucking ringing the Liberty Bell in the booth? Talking in fucking Game of Thrones, sounding like fucking Jamie Lannister,
yeah,
bro?
It was so... when we were listening, like, why are they talking like
that? Even for the 80s, that's aggressive. But really talented dudes. But The End of the Road, which is an incredible song, right? End of the Road?
Yeah, it was.
But the shit that the woman did to them in that song.
Then he's like,
oh my God.
When you were out with those other fellas, baby, I knew. Yeah.
But I didn't care. Motherfucker, you should care a little bit.
Have a backbone.
Have some fucking pride in yourself.
But my favorite.
You're a man now.
Yes, true. But my favorite part of the whole thing is like, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah, he was spitting up. Which one was that?
I can't think of his name, but it's like Waldell or something like that. Yeah, Waldell, something like that.
I don't know the Boyz II Men members like I should. Like I know the Day 26 members.
Yeah.
I can identify them by runs. I think where they're from.
True. I can do that with I know them by face, Boyz II Men. I think it's just a different time because it's like, well, for me, because I was so young when Boyz II Men was out, but also like, it's before social media and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, if you weren't listening to a live interview with them, it's like you didn't know anything about them. They were like only out when their songs were out, or if they were on the radio or whatever.
Pre-Wikipedia and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
so we listened to that, and also then I made the connection because R&B dudes are
I think R&B singers have like seen their history and they're trying to like course correct because it's just nasty business. Every R&B, they're all dirty Macs. They're all like, yeah, baby, I'd never treat you like that.
Yeah,
come on, and it's all corny shit.
It is really corny. It honestly, End of the Road, the thing the guy was talking about reminded me of that Mario Winans song. I don't wanna know.
I will say that is real shit though.
If you're playing me, keep it on low. Absolutely not.
Low. I feel like that's I like that song because I feel like that's usually a sentiment that mainstream women are like projected to carry. Like, oh man, as long as I don't know about it, like if he does right by me, that's fine. But for Mario Winans to say that shit, it's like, bitch, fucking just keep it together. So
miss me with that shit. Let me know. One thing about me though is,
if you're playing me, just keep it on the low.
Yeah, one thing about me, it's called an intuition, and it doesn't matter how low you keep it, I'm gonna fucking find it.
Oh man, but that's what I think. As a man, it makes more sense to make that song because we don't have intuition. We're literally like, yo, I don't want to know if you're playing. Just keep it on. My heart literally cannot take it anymore. Can't take it anymore. I actually like that. I think that's a very
creeping, please don't let it show.
Just don't let it show, dude.
Yeah. Oh, baby.
Asking for the minimum, bare minimum. Like do your thing, but just come on, man. Just
Diddy on that song too.
Yeah, Diddy.
I don't want to know about your whereabouts or how you move, and I know when you in the house and
Diddy
when you cruising.
I feel like modern Diddy catches a lot of heat for his antics and the way he's been with women. That man is a hit machine, bro. And I hate to say
absolutely, but he's a nightmare. And I always want to know what Biggie would have been had he lived.
Yeah,
they would have gone to some beef, and Biggie would not have been signed to Bad Boy because think about who's like the longest standing Bad Boy artist. Nobody. Everybody. He. And also, I went to a concert once that was like Christina Aguilera, the Pussycat Dolls, and Danity Kane. And Danity Kane's set looked like it was the most low budget thing. And then like I also knew somebody who used to do like tours and stuff. And anyone that was a Bad Boy artist, he would say all the time like they are treated horrible. Like he puts them in the worst hotels. He like doesn't do anything for their stage. Like it's like a guy. Like Danny Kane was just 5 women on a stage. Yeah. He didn't even pay to have them videoed so you can watch them on the big screen. Wow. It was just like you're watching 5 women dance around in like sequence, and you're like, it was really, really bad. And you could just like, he doesn't put money into his artists like that. He's an asshole too. Yeah. But what I was trying to say was I made the correlation last night of R&B dudes being super corny, and now because R&B guys are not that corny anymore, or I guess I don't watch their videos, and they might be. They're
corny in a different way.
In a different way.
A more aggressive way.
But I think now the people who've taken over R&B corniness are male influencers.
Yeah.
Just fucking worst.
Just lifestyle influencers. Because I've seen some fashion influencers that I like. Like, as long as you're bringing something to the table, like you're doing. Like, there's a guy who comes out and he, like, wears outfits to crazy edits of, like, anime characters and stuff like that.
Well, that's different.
And he's cool. Like, I do love to see, like, certain things. I don't mind being a male, but, like.
No, I mind a male influencer. There's this one guy who does, like, fashion stuff, and he'll be like, this is what I would wear on our second date. It's like, go away. Yeah, man. Take phones away from men. Yeah, for real. Men should not be able to purchase a phone that has a front-facing camera.
I miss the good old days when the only thing you have to worry about with a man in a phone is a dick pic. You know what I'm saying? Back when shit was simple. Well, now you got to worry about men taking selfies and making duck faces and fucking.
Oh, like, my God, a duck face.
Just looking at the camera with their shirt, this shit is just nasty, nasty business, making us all look crazy. And honestly, it's women's fault too, because y'all be feeding, not to y'all, but women in the TikTok comments, you go into these comments and you expect them to get roasted, and they're getting praised.
That's why I hate male influencers, but they're always on my algorithm because I always check the comments.
You hate watching.
I hate watching, but I check the comments to be like, someone's got to be roasting these dudes. Oh, man. And they don't.
You know who I do like? I do like their no, I found one yesterday when you were getting your hair done. There's a dude that does like sexy cooking. You know what I'm saying?
I think I've seen that.
But it's like he's a white dude, and
with a toothpick in his mouth.
I don't know but he like fingers the shit out of the ingredients.
Ew, like no, I know who you're talking about.
Hysterical, and it by itself it looks crazy. But then there's this black woman that reacts to all of them, and she's like, "All right, let's see what we do now." Oh!
That's funny.
Funny as shit.
That's really funny.
I think now he makes the videos with her in mind, and they're almost like a team. It's hysterical.
That's really, really funny.
But I say that to say, as long as you're bringing something to the table, you're doing something, you're trying. The shit that I can't stand is the people who are influencers just setting cameras up in their house like this is me waking up.
This is like, bro, this is not you waking up. You woke up, set the camera up.
Bruh.
Brush your teeth. Definitely one thing about male influencers, they wear makeup. I don't want to hear it.
My man. The first clip of the video is him opening his blinds.
Yeah, we're talking about Jalen Noble.
I
think that's his name.
You can see it from the outside. Like he's opening his blinds, and it's the view from looking outside. Motherfucker, who put the camera there?
Yo, I think it's an obsession with like reality TV, and now it's like, you know, because you get to see like the behind the scenes of their life, and now people are like, oh, I'm gonna do that for TikTok, and it's like, hey, it's weird for you to do it because you're setting it up, and it's like weird. It's so
but he's showing
insane
people
to me, and it's also like he has super curly hair, and it's like this is me waking up. It's like, bro, if you don't put that bonnet on your head,
come on, son, show them how you really wake up, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
Show this shit when it's flat before you fucking spray it, before you scrunch it up. Show us that.
It's insanity to me, and it's just
you just waking up in fear of God, fucking sweat shorts. Those are $90 sweat. You don't sleep in those.
Yeah.
You don't have that much.
I can't.
Bro.
And it's everyone being like goals, and I'm just like, get off of it.
That shit is disgusting. It's pathetic for real.
Yeah.
And honestly, and that's not even gender specific. Men is just crazy because it's like shattering gender norms of
I guess great, whatever, but not for me.
But man, even women who do that shit is trash, bro. You should be embarrassed, bro. Like we seen videos of motherfuckers shopping. Shopping in the grocery store?
Wild.
What are you doing, family? I want to see the video where they set the shit up in the grocery store and somebody snatches the shit and runs.
I want to see one.
Where are you shopping at?
I want to see one where my mother's in it, where she gets in the thing and she's like, excuse me, are you recording me?
The fuck,
well, I'm just trying to get some chicken. Like I could see my mom being like, "What the fuck is this?
What the fuck is it?" She's in the way of the fucking the salads. I can't get my beets. I can't get to my beets.
I'm trying to get the yogurts to 10 for 10 on sale in Key Food.
Bruh.
And now you have a fucking camera in front of it. What are we doing?
Dumb. You're asking for validation on nothing.
No,
I'm just going grocery shopping.
Yeah, it's crazy. But for me, I'm like, how are you not embarrassed to put your phone up in a store and then act like you're looking for food. Just look for the food and go the fuck home and then prepare it and then record that or something.
You're cooking because you're offering something. This is how I cook.
But I'm like,
showing me how you shop. What am I supposed to watch that and feel like, oh, damn, I should shop like that?
Crazy.
That's crazy.
It's
they set the shit
wild.
up and they show themselves walking into the grocery store, and then you gotta go back outside and pick the camera up and set it up again. What are you doing? You fucking loser.
It's
bro.
Crazy. It's really crazy. One thing about me and JC though is that we hate like the couples that do it, and then we were trying to make fun of it in Tulum, and then we actually got a really cute video.
Blast, man. It was so cute. We set the camera. We watched the sunset. It was
we set the camera up, and then JC's just talking shit, which I ended up posting like a clip from it.
Yeah.
But the thing which you don't see, JC's like, this is it. What the fuck? Like, just we watched the sunset. What the fuck are y'all doing? But I just cut that out because that wasn't
cool.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
But we were trying to make fun of it. But
if you're gonna do it, you got to put it in one level of irony. You have to point, and maybe that's just the stand-up comedian in the both of us. You have to point out what you're doing and how it looks. You have to be aware. I think for me,
it's just people who are taking themselves so seriously.
Seriously, what are you doing?
Yeah, and it's also like,
bro?
It's also like, why do you think anybody cares that you went grocery shopping? Guess what? We all fucking go grocery shopping. And one thing about you is you're taking up space. Move the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, like even working out, the workout cameras is one thing, because I mean, people make livings doing fitness.
That's different.
Sure. Stretch. Sure, people get business like that.
Yeah,
grocery shopping, family. What are you?
It's crazy.
About,
it is
bro?
crazy. The only thing I don't like about fitness people that do it is just like, I don't want to be in the background of your video.
Yeah, no, nobody
you know what I'm
does.
saying?
Nobody wants to be the background.
So
of
I just like
shit.
will not use a machine if I see someone like recording. Yeah, one thing about me. We haven't been to the gym in about 2 months. So one thing about just film yourself. It's not that I don't go because the fitness people are there.
It's the fucking fitness. And then it's funny because our gym, old Jewish community center, nobody even has a phone. They have
everyone has a flip phone.
What?
There's literally people in our gym.
That's what you hear in our gym?
There's people with walkers in our gym. It's real nice.
Getting it in.
Yeah, but I don't mind the fitness people. That's cool because that's, you're doing your thing. And I actually follow some fitness influencers to find out what like exercises to do. Yeah. But it's just a day in the life. People it's
even when they don't narrate it, it's like it's just people are looking for validation for doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can't speak for you, but I know for me, validation is a huge part of what I do. Mm-hmm. Of course, I want validation. I post clips all the time. I want people to think I'm funny. I'm posting where I'm at, my schedule, what spots I'm doing all the time because I want people to know that I'm busy. But you want people to know that you are at the grocery store? and cool, if you're there and just picking up, doing a compra?
Yeah.
That's it?
It's wild.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. That's sad.
It's really weird. You know what I also think is weird too? So the same guy we were talking about, Jalen Noble.
Yeah.
That might not. I think that's his name.
The fact that you know his name is
because I follow Monet, who's his girlfriend, because
is she funny?
She's like an influencer. Like she'll do, she does makeup and stuff. She's real real, and she's just like, I like her. She's really young. Like she's not my demographic. But she's cool. And I like her. She's Puerto Rican, so supporting Puerto Rican influencers. Wow. But they date each other and they put up like their vacation, right? Mm. And it's like them sitting in a restaurant and there's
eating, ordering,
and there's a camera there, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Motherfucker, are you recording dinner? Are you recording supper?
For me, I'm just like, are you enjoying your vacation or are you just trying to get clips for TikTok?
Dog.
You know? Like, I don't know. And they're young. So I want to I urge younger people to live your life for you. If you happen to get videos in between or pictures in between, that's great. But live your life and have fun. If you're sitting at a table with your friends and everyone's on their phone trying to catch a moment, you're not having fun. Yeah, the fuck is that? I think my favorite thing about meeting up with my friends is I will have my phone in my bag for fucking the 5 hours that we're hanging out. Cause it's you should be happy to be with your friends. Not I need to show all these other people who, if you're with your friends, who the fuck cares what the fuck I'm doing or what I'm eating or look at us. I think my favorite thing is this: people who are at dinner with their friends and then they do this.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? When I see people do that, it drives me insane. I'm like, wow, you must be having a blast with your friends. And also, you have terrible friends. I wanted my friends to know if anybody ever did that, if Dee Dee picked up her phone and started recording, so I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. What is that? Who is that for? What? Or then they start mouthing the song.
Yeah.
And I can't handle it at all. Yeah. Like anytime I've ever been out with somebody who does it, like if it's not a close friend of mine, I'm like, well, one thing about me, I'm never coming out with this person again. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah. And obviously, you know, if you're doing something fun, take a memory of it. You know what I'm saying? Like do something, like capture a moment that you want to remember. But it's definitely excessive. Maybe it's just the old millennial.
Yeah, I think I might be an old lady.
If you're gonna fucking, we're definitely a little old on this one. But if you're gonna fucking take a video of you at dinner, let me see the plate at least.
Yeah.
Let me eat. You know what I'm saying?
When Jose
gotta feed the gram. If you're gonna do that, fine.
Yeah, Jose was taking pictures of our food, which is like cool, whatever.
It's not cool. It's weird. But if you're gonna do,
I like it because I'm a food person.
If you're gonna record yourself eating a meal at a restaurant, at least let me see the fucking dish at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like influence.
Yeah, I want to know if I want to go to that.
You're
place.
just highlighting the fact that you are outside, which is weird. It is weird. All of that shit.
It is weird behavior.
The level of influencer that is going to is it's nonsensical.
It is.
It's no people like there's foodies that started on our watch.
Yeah.
Fine. People who like food taking pictures of food. Fine. Now people are just taking pictures of the fact that they are at a restaurant. No idea what the restaurant is. Just sitting at a table. All goals. They're sitting down.
Yeah.
There's a chair there.
They're eating. They're in conversation. Why are they?
Can't even see the fucking cutlery, dude. What are we talking about? What we have to have better goals as a people.
Yeah,
you got to take the bar off the fucking floor for the content that you take in. At least bottom line has to be like the bare minimum has to be ASMR.
Yeah,
bare minimum.
If you're doing that,
because that shit is satisfying. That's the bare minimum. If you're just doing lifestyle influencing,
that's it.
You should take your lifestyle and end it. End your life. Kill yourself. But
also, I do want to say to our viewers, if you see me and JC doing lifestyle content, mind your fucking business.
Mind your business because we're different. We're not like the rest of you guys. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
That's that. So that's my correlation with R&B dudes. Is now it's like male influencers. Yeah. Also, I just want to say there was one video that I absolutely couldn't. So there was like a little trend going on where a man would put his phone down like on a bed or something, and then go over it and be like, point of view, this is me on top of you.
That's so funny.
And it would be like to like a song, and then they'd start like moving, and I was like, what on earth is happening? And then women in the comments just being like, God damn, wish it was me. And I'm like, nah, bro, what are we? How on earth? It's just there's nothing.
You know what's funny, man? You know, we for a while Gen Z were like, oh, Gen Z is gonna be the one to change the world and make it a better. But Gen Z is getting older. And this is the shit that they're doing. I want to say,
but honestly, a lot of the people that I'm seeing do it are millennials.
We trash too. Ain't no secret there. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you know what? I'll try to be rough on Gen Z. That's probably our fault. You know what I'm saying? It's probably our fault for a lot of this shit. But who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Anyway, but that's our take on that's my old woman take of the day.
Yeah.
What else do we have? We have it in our notes, our shared notes.
I don't even know how much time we've been on.
Me either. But
last thing I wanted to do was we ended up in a conversation a couple of days ago where we were just in a rabbit hole talking about the sexiest men alive.
On People.
Yeah, People magazine, sexiest people alive. And we were just going person by person. And for no reason, we were just thinking about it. Oh no, you know why? Because we saw a clip of like The Voice on TikTok, and Blake Shelton, who was once the sexiest man on the planet. And I'm like, what planet do we live on?
Was voting? His mom was on the voting panel for that.
My son is sexy. Yeah. He's so fucking hot.
So I have the list, so we can go over 2022. They got it right.
We're gonna go 2022.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans is
he's one of the sexiest,
especially
men.
To win it as a white man in this political climate. You gotta be worthy of it. Chris Evans is a super hot dude.
Yeah. Well, one thing about him, he should have not. He should have been. 2022 is too 2022,
late. Yeah. I mean, he's getting his flowers. He's a sexy white dude.
2021, we have conflicting opinions about this one.
Go for it.
Paul Rudd.
No.
Yes.
Sexiest man alive.
The one thing about Paul Rudd, he's been the sexiest man alive since fucking Clueless in 1994.
Paul Rudd is wholesome. Paul Rudd is boy next door. Paul Rudd is lovable. Paul Rudd is
in my top 4.
You bring to your parents' home. Paul Rudd is not sexy. He's not sexy. He's great. He's wonderful.
What do you know? What do you know?
I have a higher standard for men than you do. Okay, there's that.
Well, I chose you.
It says a lot about your taste. Okay. Paul Rudd is attractive. Paul Rudd is not sexy, let alone the sexiest man alive.
First of all, watch your mouth when you're talking about Paul Rudd. Fair. Second of all, Paul Rudd I love him. He's funny. He
is funny.
A funny guy, a good-looking guy. He seems like a nice guy. That's sexy.
Funny and sexy, they don't mix like that. You know what I'm saying?
Coming from you who's not attracted to men, you don't have a say. Paul Rudd deserved it.
Yo, fellas.
And he's deserved it since he was in Clueless because he was Oh, fine.
If you guys ever, that's hilarious. If you guys ever are worried about your relationship or where it's at, just think to yourself, man, I could be in a relationship with somebody who would throw it all away for Paul Rudd.
Okay. Oh, Paul Rudd is hot.
Paul Rudd is wholesome.
Paul Rudd is smoking.
Not
Paul Rudd
smoking hot.
Paul Rudd's in my top in my top 5.
Okay, go to the last year before Paul Rudd and let's compare them.
Michael B. Jordan.
Get the fuck out of here. Paul Rudd and Michael B. Jordan. Just say if you have anything to say about
Michael B. Jordan's also in my top 5.
Okay, who's higher? Say you're racist. Just say it.
All right, well, we're not going to get into this.
Michael B. Jordan. Okay, Michael B. Jordan way hotter than Paul Rudd. Body, face, sex appeal. He's a sexier man.
Have you seen? There's a movie with Paul Rudd where he's a gay guy, and he's wearing like these type, and he has like a fade in it. Okay,
so you're the peak
I'm gonna pull it up.
You're telling me the peak of Paul.
Hey,
no,
producer,
hey, shut the fuck up.
Producer, can you pull up a picture?
Hey, Ralia, can you pull up? No, listen.
It's just me talking to myself because I'm the producer.
Are you about to tell me that the height of Paul Rudd's sexiness is a movie where he is playing a homosexual man?
Because he has a fade.
Homosexual men are sexy, but to you, if they're sexy, you don't see that's a little strange? Oh, he does look great. Oh, man, he looks great. We got to pull this picture up. He looks really good.
He's so hot.
Is he gay there?
I think that was just his haircut. I think he was just taking a picture of himself.
Damn, he looks great. Yeah, I mean, he's got the fade, strong beard. Nah, he does look great there.
He's first of all, very funny movie. Very funny movie.
You know what? Yeah. Okay.
You get it.
No, Paul Rudd. Did that come out that year?
No, I think it came out in 2019.
This had nothing to do with why he went. Nah, Paul Rudd, thick beard Paul Rudd is hot, dude.
One thing about Paul Rudd, you and him have the same glasses. He's hot.
Yeah, he does look good there.
He looks great, and it's very.
But he doesn't carry himself sexily, is what I'm saying. But I
love him, and I liked him in our idiot brother, and he's like supposed to be like the worst looking guy.
He's a conventionally attractive guy. I don't think he's that sexy, but you know, I've been wrong before.
Yeah, but what would you really?
So
know?
we go from who we got? Evans.
Yeah.
Evans, Rudd, Michael B. I mean, Michael B's the hottest one out of all of them. Go before Michael B.
John Legend. I don't know what we were doing with that.
I don't know. That's a weird one.
Making Arthur 2019
that's a weird,
the hottest guy.
John Legend, not hot.
Not hot, but 2018
probably the great,
Idris Elba.
Probably the GOAT.
Yeah.
Probably the GOAT.
Yeah.
He is he might be the sexiest man in history.
He's a really hot guy.
He's so hot.
Was a bouncer at Caroline's on Broadway.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
For years.
Damn, yeah.
2017, the great
the white
Shelton.
Blake Shelton. Even for white people, not hot, dude.
I don't think he's good looking.
He's sloppily built.
Is he?
Yeah, dude. It's fucking Blake Shelton.
And he's racist. I don't know that he is, but
yeah,
he
of
is.
course he's racist. His name is Blake Shelton.
2016, Dwayne The Rock.
The Rock, another one. Hot, big, strong. Not sexy to me, but I could see it. I mean,
I don't think
he's a lot of man.
He's
dude.
a big man.
He's a lot of man.
He could have his way with a woman.
Yeah,
David Beckham, 2015.
You don't get David Beckham. I get
David
Beckham. He's got a way about him. Like
David Beckham looks like
he's kind of silent.
David Beckham looks like Gwyneth Paltrow with a beard.
That's fucking hysterical.
I don't think I don't think he's hot.
I think Gwyneth Paltrow is fucking gross. I cannot. For the life
I do
of
remember
me.
when she won Sexiest Woman Alive, and it was like the same year Iron Man came out. I was like, yeah, because everybody in Iron Man was like, wow, Gwyneth Paltrow looks great. No, everyone was talking about Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson is a sexy woman. Gwyneth Paltrow is not sexy at all. When she was in, what was it, Shakespeare in Love?
I never saw that shit.
Shakespeare in Love. I was like, why are we throwing it all away for Gwyneth? Dude?
Yeah, she was with Brad Pitt, which is wild.
Brad Pitt, we'll get to him.
Yeah, we'll get to him. 2014, Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth,
he's a hot guy. He's a hot guy. Fair. 2013, Adam Levine. I'm not into Adam Levine anymore, but there was a time for me.
Yeah, but you get it. My thing with Adam Levine, if you get Adam Levine, you should be able to get David Beckham because it is the same energy. That's why they're sexy.
Shut up.
He's just sexy because he's a singer.
2012, Channing Tatum. I have completely fallen off my Channing Tatum kick. I don't give a fuck.
This is over 10 years ago now, but you know, he was hot.
He was hot, but I don't see it at all anymore.
Step up Channing Tatum when he was like, when people are like, is he a little bit
I'm gonna
black?
do a deep
Remember
cut.
that?
I'm gonna do a deep cut.
Go.
Channing Tatum started out in a Mountain Dew commercial in like 2003, and I remember being like, who the fuck?
How old were you at this time?
15. And he's driving in a car real fast, and he sticks his hand out, and a Mountain Dew can goes into his hand, and he takes it and he drinks it. And I remember just being like, who the fuck is that guy? And then I remember it was like a thing because you couldn't look that stuff up back then. So I remember us in I went to an all girl high school. We're all like, the Mountain Dew guy. Oh my god.
That was Channing Tatum.
It was Channing Tatum.
Damn, 15-year-old Samantha Santos coming home from Catholic school, fucking
fingering
jerking
myself,
off. Finger blasting her pussy. to Channing Tatum in a Mountain Dew commercial.
The Mountain Dew commercial. Also, it's a 2011, Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper, great actor, very talented, not sexy.
Super talented. When he has a beard, better looking.
You didn't see it, yeah.
But I don't think sexy.
Not sexy, no.
Not for me. 2010, Ryan Reynolds.
Had a moment.
Had a moment. Not for me, though.
That's probably when people found out that he was ripped.
Yeah.
And he's funny.
Yeah, I guess.
I think I would say Ryan Reynolds is sexier than Paul Rudd, but he's not as good looking. I think Paul Rudd is better looking.
Okay. 2009, Johnny Depp.
One thing about Johnny Depp, I get it, man.
I don't.
There's something about the way that he lets his girlfriend shit in his bed.
You know what's crazy for me is I'm actually not seeing any Johnny Depp movies except for Edward Scissorhands. And
what the fuck is wrong?
Let me tell you something about Edward Scissorhands. I would have thrown it all away for Edward Scissorhands. Not for Johnny Depp, but for Edward Scissorhands. Because he was so sweet and he deserved so much better than the way people were treating him.
Let me tell you what, man. That take just kept taking left turns that I did not see coming. For the only Johnny Depp movie for you to have ever seen to be Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands is an absolute classic.
But for that to be the only one, considering he has one of the biggest movie franchises of all time, Pirates of the Caribbean, dude.
Is it Caribbean or Caribbean?
I don't know, man.
I guess
that's one of the biggest franchises of all time. So for you to only have seen Edward Scissorhands and want to give it up,
throw it all away
to get scissored,
just get cut up,
scissor,
yeah. Risk the whole vagina.
I guess it doesn't matter how you get there. Just the fact that you're at the right destination. I guess we agree.
Yeah. 2008, Hugh Jackman. I don't get it anymore.
I don't get it, but at the time, Wolverine season, he's big, strong, hot.
Matt Damon, 2007.
No, not sexy. Not sexy. Sorry.
I want to give it to him because I know that he likes Latinas, but
not sexy though.
Yeah, not for me.
Well, I guess maybe if I feel like if I saw Matt Damon like in a bad mood, I'd be like, ooh. I'm so mad about it.
I liked Matt Damon in The Adjustment Bureau. Did you see that?
No, but I heard of it.
It's a really good movie.
He's a good actor.
He's a great movie, and he was a great actor, and he was very sweet in that movie. Mm-hmm. Also, I liked him in what's that movie with him and Ben Affleck?
Oh, Goodwill.
Yeah,
classic.
Great guy.
He was cute in that.
Yeah, he's cute. He's definitely not sexy.
Well, but it's just interesting for you to use that argument and have Paul Rudd as your top one. Paul Rudd is the definition of cute, not sexy.
One thing about Paul Rudd, I wanted to put his dick in.
I'm gonna put my dick in you.
2006, George Clooney.
Hot. George, that's probably my red flag is that I get George Clooney is very he's the most conventionally attractive. One of the most.
It's just that the picture that they chose for him, I'm not getting it.
No, but he's just so smooth.
He's smooth and he's into philanthropy and stuff.
I mean,
one thing about me, I don't really know what that is.
That's how you know women think differently because she's listing his extracurricular. Look at the fucking guy's face, and she's like, "Yeah, I guess he's into philanthropy, and that's sexy, motherfucker. Look at him."
Sexy is a package. Sexy, unless for women it's different.
Only for y'all, it's a package.
For
us,
women, no. For women, I don't know. If Salma Hayek was a murdering bitch, I'd be like, okay, but she's still sexy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what sexy is.
No, there's for when I'm talking about men, it's like a whole package thing for me.
It's because y'all.
2005, Matthew McConaughey. I don't get it.
What? Come on! At the time, he was one of the hottest dudes on the planet for me.
Yeah, he was. He was hot in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Southern Charm, Matthew McConaughey.
And fine. All the girls think that they be Ben's partner. Have you ever seen that movie?
Not to that degree, but also at this point, we're also hoping that you guys know that we're going through this list with the understanding that they are not considering black men for this.
Well, they did. You could tell. You could tell when they had the switch. It was in the late 2000s because there was four back to back.
Yeah, once fucking.
You know what the real crime here is? You know what the real crime is here is that Morris Chestnut has never been.
Yeah, that is
the sexiest man alive, and he is so sexy. He's been consistently
justice
sexy.
For Morris Chestnut, the consistent sexiest man of my life.
And we mentioned this the other day. Because one thing about people is it has to be digestible for the whites, right? And somebody who's digestible for the whites, Usher.
Yeah,
very sexy.
Yeah.
I don't even think Usher is hot, but I can see the appeal.
Yeah, no, but I guess Chris Brown probably would have got it if he didn't have his problems. Because Chris Brown,
if he didn't beat the shit out of a woman.
Chris Brown is sexy though.
Yeah, but
But I'm saying,
of course.
Hey, one thing,
but I would be with Chris Brown if it wasn't for you.
How about you fucking listen to what I'm saying? Because I qualified it by saying if he didn't beat the shit out of Rihanna, then he would have been, but he did, so he can't.
One thing about Chris Brown, he beat Rihanna, I'd still date him.
But I couldn't. God forbid I did 1 second of an Asian accent, and I'm the problem. All right, keep going. 2003.
I feel like you've been attacking me the entire podcast. 2003, Johnny Depp again.
Johnny Depp's hot, dude.
Not us. Ben Affleck. You know what? I got it in 2002.
That was the J-Lo era. He's not sexy.
Oh, you know what?
No,
I didn't
he's
get it
tall,
into
I think he's sexier than Matt Damon, so it makes
he
sense
was
that he wanted
super
first.
sexy to me in Armageddon.
Yeah.
And he was really, really sexy to me in He's Just Not That Into You.
Yeah, he was a heartthrob. That's true. All right, so we'll give it to Ben.
Yeah.
Next.
Here I get it. In the cover.
Next,
Pierce Brosnan.
No.
I get it.
What?
Well, not in these pictures,
Well,
but I
James
remember
Bond.
Pierce. I remember Pierce back in the 90s, and he was hot.
And James Bond is a sexy role. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've never seen it, but that's what I hear. 2000, Brad motherfucking Pitt.
Brad Pitt, to me, is the white goat. Brad Pitt is so fine.
What a jawline.
He's so fine.
He's so hot. And then I remember when like Angelina Jolie and him broke up, and she did a whole thing like he's on drugs and he's the worst. And I was like, give him to me.
He is a perfect.
He's perfect.
He's a perfect Caucasian specimen.
Perfect nose.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna say something that you're gonna hate.
Go for it.
Looks a little bit like Pete Davidson.
You're such a dumb bitch. You're so stupid. That's so dumb. You just ruined Brad Pitt for me. Next.
1999, Richard Gere. Richard
Gere. The Gerbil Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, enough said on it.
They also used the worst photo of him.
He's
800 years old.
Get him.
He was always 800 years old.
In the late 90s is where it gets real touchy, all right? Because it gets worse. In 1998.
Harrison Ford. Who was the editor of People? My grandmother?
What year?
The fuck
We gotta
is
look.
this?
I'm pretty sure the first Star Wars came out in the 70s, dude. If he would have got a dent, because he was hot in Star Wars.
I guess.
This is 25 years.
Yeah, 1998. 1997 is going to be fucking who?
Harrison Ford
George
has
Clooney again.
Alzheimer's as that picture was taken.
They're going to be like Jack Nicholson, 1996. Who's making these? George Clooney got it again in 1996.
Denzel
in 1996.
That's how you know Denzel
He was hot.
That's how you know Denzel is like a world-class hot man, because
I think he's the first black man.
Like, yeah, he was the only black man until Idris.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, I think so.
But that's how you know how hot he was, because you know they didn't want to give it to him.
In 1996,
the world could not deny.
Yeah, they could not deny it because he was.
Denzel.
I guess I wasn't. Also, like Denzel wasn't making movies that I was watching in 1996,
was,
so I didn't get it, And now I'm looking at him and
beautiful. He's hot, dude. He's hot, because by the time we find him, it's probably more, Remember the Titans era.
Yeah, and then when he starts, talking out of one side of his mouth.
He also looks good in Remember the Titans too. Not to be not. Like,
I don't think I've ever seen Remember the Titans.
God, all right, whatever.
I recently saw Training Day. Relax, I didn't see it. I saw parts of it.
Stupid.
And he's crazy in that movie.
Yeah, he's hot though.
Thought it was hot.
He's very hot. Alonzo is fucking. What's Eva Mendes? That's his girl in that movie.
Yeah,
who also up there for one of the sexiest women ever.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And she's with Ryan Gosling, which makes him hotter, but I don't think he's hot.
He's hot though.
1995 Brad Pitt again, which obviously
the GOAT.
And that's all I have.
That's it. No, there's more.
I know. I don't know why they're not showing me, but oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 1994, Keanu Reeves.
Retroactively. You know what? My favorite movie used to be Speed. You never saw that because you're.
I saw parts of it.
And it was him and Sandra Bullock. He was hot in that movie.
Sandra Bullock looked great in that too.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock had a big moment in my mind.
Richard Gere.
Richard Gere again. I don't get.
Look at those bangs.
If you're an old white person and you're watching this, I need you to explain word for word what the chokehold Richard Gere had on
1992
America.
might be my favorite.
Go for it.
Nick Nolte. Which you have to look at Nick Nolte now.
Nick Nolte's. Well, even if we see it,
if I'm even thinking of the right guy,
they're not going to be able to see him.
I don't actually think that's the right guy. I'm thinking. Right. But he's definitely not a hot guy.
Go back to the list. I mean, his name is fucking Nick Nolte, dude.
Nick Nolte, not hot to me.
Get him out of here. Good actor.
Fucking
though.
Patrick Swayze at 91, which I get it.
Patrick was hot. Tell
me he doesn't look like Jared
Schwartz. Hey, John Jill.
Jared Alice's husband.
Oh, maybe a little bit.
A little bit. They have that chin. That hair is outstanding. Tom Cruise, 1990.
You're an idiot.
I don't get Tom Cruise at all.
Tom Cruise is hot. Heartthrob, movie star. Yes.
Whatever. 1989.
Sean Connery.
Which I guess my mom said he was like.
I'm gonna be real. He's hot. I fuck with it.
1988. John F. Kennedy Jr. One thing about nepotism is that's how he got that.
JFK, get the fuck out of here.
Now we're just in weird territory. 1987, great year.
We're calling it this is what we call Silly Town.
Harry Hamlin.
Who the fuck?
Actually, I think I know him as an old man.
No.
I think I do.
Harry Hamlin's a bum.
Then Mark Harmon.
Not
a clue.
Not hot.
Then the original sexiest man alive, who started in 1985, Mel Racist Gibson.
Melly Gibbs.
Mel Gibson, who you thought played Jesus.
Melly Gibbo. Jesus Christ himself.
He didn't. He just wrote it.
Melly Gibbs.
But doesn't he hate Jewish people or something? What's the deal with him?
Mel Gibson. I mean, say what you want about Mel Gibson. He knows what women want.
I did see
which is
that
my
movie.
favorite Mel Gibson movie. I used to love.
I don't
that
think
movie.
you know my favorite, The Patriot. That's a great movie.
Yeah, no, The Patriot's good. Heath Ledger.
R.I.P. Sad. One thing about my dad, Braveheart.
Oh yeah.
He would watch it on repeat.
Braveheart, Scott.
All the time.
Scottish.
One time I was watching. My dad also liked Dances with the Wolves, and that would be on. You know who's hot? Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. Oh,
he was hot.
Gosh,
he was hot in the Bodyguard.
Oh.
Very hot. Had a big moment for me.
So those are the sexiest men alive. 2023. Who you got?
2023. Who's big this year? Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny would be a really good one. I'm gonna go Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, you said that he might win.
Pedro Pascal is having a moment. They haven't had a Latino dude win yet. Bad Bunny, I would love.
Bad Bunny's gonna win.
But yeah, man, Bad Bunny might be a bit too progressive for Middle America. I think Pedro Pascal is gonna get it. I think he's gonna edge him out.
Maybe.
Who else is up there? I think Pedro is like a
he should definitely.
What a year he's had.
He's had a great year. Also, I just want to say to our listeners, it is Memorial Day weekend. Speaking of Bad Bunny. And I did say on the first episode that Bad Bunny and Kendall Jenner would not be together by Memorial Day weekend. And it is Memorial Day weekend and they are still together. So, as far as we know. And I said I would do something, but you never thought of the thing that I had to do.
And we asked for y'all to do this the first episode, but we don't have enough listeners yet. But Dad, if you're listening to this, you're gonna pick Samantha's punishment for the next episode.
You know what your dad's gonna pick? He's gonna be like, I have to be a guest on your show.
Oh fuck yeah, no, Dad, don't do that. But if you are watching this, Dad, send tennis.
Winky. Oh,
what?
I was gonna say a winky face emoji.
No. Too mainstream. Send a tennis ball emoji, just because, man. You know what I'm saying?
Is there a tennis ball emoji?
I don't know, man. You gotta find it.
I'm done with this high noon, and I'm wasted.
Yeah, that's pretty much but we've definitely been on for over an hour.
No.
Yeah, because we still got to do the Bravo cap.
We do.
All right, so
we'll do our plugs.
We'll do our plugs. All right, we'll do our plugs. You go first.
Okay, guys, you can find me at MakeMeLaughSam on all socials. You can also catch me at The Stand on June 10th for Soft Launch the show. We're gonna release the lineup soon. It is gonna be a night you won't forget, and it's early enough that you can come and still get home to your kids on time if you have those. Yes, at 5 p.m. at The Stand. You can get tickets on the website, and the promo code is Monroe, and we are not going to release the promo code right away. So if you listen to this podcast, you will get the promo code. It is Monroe, and you will save what? $10.
Pay half price tickets.
You'll pay half price, but you got to be a viewer of the Soft Launch podcast.
No drink minimum at the stand.
Yeah, no drink minimum. The food is really, really great. You can get. I think if you get there early, you have to do the brunch, which I haven't had, but I'm sure it's great. And also you can catch us at City Winery on June 23rd with Natalie Cuomo and Dan Lamort.
Yes.
I'll be hosting. JC will be doing a spot. Dan and Natalie will be doing a spot. It's going to be incredible.
Yes.
And you can catch me at 23-1. I forget the date. I think it's June 20th, but honestly.
Come to Soft Launch, dude. That's where you gotta go.
But 23-1 too. You guys should come to that if you guys can't come to Soft Launch. And that's it.
All right. And for me, same thing. City Winery on the 23rd. That's going to be a lot of fun. On June 3rd, there's a Street Talk Running Late. That is our big outdoor show that we do in a alley downtown New York City around Bowery. Come through. We're going to have a Mr. Softie truck giving away free ice cream. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
Street Talk Running Late collaboration on June 3rd. That's a Saturday. Then on the 10th, obviously, we have Soft Launch. On the 18th, Eric Rivera's Brownish is back at New York Comedy Club. I will be hosting.
I will be there for that.
Come through for that. Samantha will also be there. And then a new announcement. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many people listen to this, but...
Big deal.
If you ever want to see me perform at any point, during any weekend, at any point, right? Friday, Saturday, if you want to come see me, I'm on every single midnight show at the Stand. Midnight Fresh will be hosted by JC Mendoza in perpetuity.
Yes.
I'm hosting all of them. Those are my shows now. Shout out to the Stand for giving me an opportunity to rock out. So if you're ever in New York City and you want to have a little fun late night, come to the Stand. I'll be hosting. I'm going to bring some of my favorite comedians. It's going to be a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, really
Just go to the website and you'll see my fucking face because it's the whole thing.
It used to be, Midnight Fresh and that was it. Now it's Midnight Fresh with JC Mendoza.
That is me.
This is a big deal. Big deal.
Come through to that.
And you can come and see me there too because I'm on most of those as well.
Exactly. Every Friday, Saturday, midnight at the Stand.
It's awesome. So now that we've got our plugs out of the way, let's fucking swank.
We're talking Bravo.
So we are really behind on Atlanta because we're busy.
And also, before I have to do this every time,
go.
Fellas, I know a lot of people, they jump off at this point. Fellas, watch Bravo. The shit is lit.
It is lit.
Mad pretty ladies, a lot of fat butts. The drama is real.
Not on Vanderpump, but on the other ones.
No, yeah, but this is the one that the least amount of fat. Ariana be looking good though.
No, Ariana got a fat ass.
You know what I'm saying? But I strongly urge y'all to watch Bravo. It's worth it. Don't fucking get off your high horse. Watch Bravo.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Can you click that just to make sure we're good?
Let's touch ID your password.
You know what it is.
You do.
Capital at the end.
All right.
I think. Anyway, so we were this week was the finalskis of Vanderpump Rules. I think it's fine.
All right.
Right? Or should I go over there and put my finger on it?
No, yeah, put your finger on it.
And just because it's not moving, so now I'm worried.
We'll just edit this part out.
We'll talk to the producer and have them edit it.
Hey, Riley, can you pull up a picture of a possum?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Vanderpump Rules finale. Absolutely insane. So we watched it, me, JC, and my best friend David, who we will have on one day.
Yeah, it wasn't the finale. It's the first episode of the reunion.
I'm sorry, the reunion. What? My favorite is the first question that they ask is, Tom, do you want to say anything? And he starts crying.
Dry heaving.
And then they're, pull yourself together, mate.
As he didn't get
a word.
3 words out. He's like, yeah, I just want to thank everybody. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they were like,
get yourself together.
Like,
stop
you're not a
crying.
victim. Everybody that I love James. He's like, get yourself together, mate. Pussy.
Crocodile tears. Fucking pussy. I'm like, yeah, they jumped down his throat.
And as they should, because that crying shit is over. And then that's like also like, so I listened to a podcast with Ariana, Call Her Daddy, the podcast, and she did it, and she was saying like Tom was not accountable for anything. We got to see it, him not be accountable, and that he's been yelling at her, treating her like shit, and it's like then you get on the camera and you want to cry, and what he was trying to say is he wants to thank everybody for being there for Ariana. It's like, bro, what? Like, that's not even your place. That's not even your place to thank everybody. Of course they were there for Ariana because she's the shit. You're the only person that didn't know that. Yeah. Like, what are we even talking about? I think that I loved that they jumped down his throat. I loved all of it. He's just the worst. I think my favorite part, though, was when Lala's telling him, like, this is a dangerous man. Yeah. And then Lisa
Vanderpump is like, well, I think we have to watch out who we be calling dangerous.
Yeah, and then she's like, Lisa, no. And she's like, well, she's like, she's like, Lala Western's like, no, I'm giving my opinion. She's like, well, I don't agree. She's like, okay, well, I reject that.
She told Lisa Vanderpump, she's like, nobody asked for your opinion. So, oh, well, you have it. She's like, well, I reject it.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it was. And it's also like, I think it was a really good moment because it's like, the show started when they were so young and Lisa was like a mother figure. Now it's like, listen, Lisa, I know you want to be a part of the show because you're not a part of Beverly Hills Housewives anymore, but also, these are grown-ass people. You don't get to treat them like kids anymore. They own homes. They own businesses. They're successful. And yes, you gave them that opportunity, but what they did with it is something that it's not because of you. Yeah. And it's like, they're allowed to have opinions. And also, like, you're not in the friend group. And what are we talking? Why are we championing this man? I know it's our business partner, but really, is he 5%?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's you're getting to see Lisa for the first time in Vanderpump, like, being treated as an equal, because they definitely
as a cast member,
they definitely hold her with esteem and regard, as they should. She's done a lot for all of them. Yeah. But at this point, like you said, they don't need her, and you know her opinions they're out there. She's the only person sticking up for Tom. Even Schwartz is not talking as much as Lisa. Lisa's loud about how her support for Sandoval. Yeah. And she's wrong. She's absolutely wrong. She's trying to be objective because, you know, she feels her place is like the mother, you know. So if your son murders somebody, you're still going to be on his side. That's how she's treating it.
Yeah, but it's like, guys, this isn't your son.
It's not.
And it's that's also just like, what side are you going to...
But that's why everybody's telling her to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, she had a terrible episode 1. Yeah. And, you know, she's trying to be that voice of reason, but... In her trying to be reasonable, she's being unreasonable, and she's defending the most unreasonable person on the cast.
Oh my God!
So, you know, and I hate to say this, you know, I hate to say this. I hope it don't sound ridiculous, but it's time to you know, give Lala some flowers. Yeah. Lala is fucking eating.
She is.
She's not leaving crumbs.
She's not leaving.
And I will say the one thing that resonated with me, and I've been on Twitter and I've seen a lot of people go back and forth about this. Her whole stance on, like, when Sheena was like, you know, I used to feel bullied, and Lala was like, you know what? Let's stop this. We are all grown people. We're on Bravo. This is not bullying. We're bringing it. You're a fucking reality TV show star, and I understand what they're saying, but I have to agree with Lala on that. These are not children, and granted, bullying spans that just childhood, you know, arena, but No, man. Lala's
I disagree.
Just, no, fuck
You
outta
didn't
here,
watch.
bro.
You didn't see.
I know.
And
I'm
I
saying
don't
maybe,
like Sheena. But they were so mean to her for everything. It was, and with Lala, it was like she came on the show and everyone was super mean to her except for Ariana and Sheena. And then once the other girls accepted her, then she was like, I don't fuck with Ariana and I don't fuck with Sheena, and that was annoying. And I know they're on Bravo, but they're also friends in real life.
And for that to be the dynamic early, sure, fair. They're like 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? But the whole context of Lala's statement was that, number one, why are we talking about old shit? Because that has nothing to do with the situation. And now they're mothers and they're business owners. They're all well into their 30s, or most of them are well into their 30s. This bullying, it's like, even when Candace was saying that shit on Ultimate Girls Trip, it's like, no, it's not bullying.
I think we're just using the word bullying because it's like a buzzword.
You know what? You're getting cooked. You're getting flamed. You're getting torched. Like, if we're going to use middle school terms, let's use the right ones. You're getting roasted.
Yeah, it's true. Because it's also a show. You don't want to watch a show of everybody treating everybody right.
It's not even that you have to, and you also don't owe it to these people to, like, if you want, like, Kenya's not a bully. But Kenya be eating, and she'll go out there, she'll be rude.
Yeah.
But bullying implies a power dynamic. That's what bullying is. You know what I'm saying? Or people that cannot defend themselves.
Yeah, it's
or
true.
Or are defenseless or don't have the tools to protect themselves. That's why bullying happens in school. It doesn't happen in amongst adults. Or if it does, it's like maybe rookie hazing, but there's a power dynamic there. There's no power dynamic on this cast.
Yeah, it's true.
Lala is just faster with her words than you are.
And she cuts you.
And she cuts you deep. She's a dick. She's a jerk, but she's not a bully. You're just a hypocrite. You're just a victim.
Yeah, and it's like also like you have seasons to prepare for these things.
This is your
I would
job.
be in the mirror and be like, and another thing. Like I would just be in there thinking of things to say.
Because in the beginning, definitely bullying for sure. You know what I'm saying? But now it's a job. You're coming and you have to bring it. And Lala, for all the shit that we give her, for all the nonsense that she says, you trying to get popped for all that bullshit that
you trying to get popped?
All that fucking roasting that she gets that she deserves, she's fucking coming correctly.
She is coming really correctly.
She's been coming correctly all season.
She has. I like that she put Lisa in her place. Lisa needs to be put in her place. I've been of the mind that like Lisa, I'm done with her on the show. You could still be executive producer, but like I don't need to see your scenes with like your grandkid. I don't give a fuck. Go back on Beverly Hills Housewives because I don't watch it. And I don't care to see your life. And I mean, if we're going to talk about who gave this season, it's Ken.
Yeah, Ken.
Ariana, then he absolutely passed out.
He's been on a
he was like that after?
He's been on an iron lung since that scene. Hasn't been seen since. Yeah,
he gave, but like Lisa, I don't care.
No, yeah. Honestly, I didn't even feel that. Like, I didn't mind Lisa in the show. Like before the scandal broke, I don't mind seeing her interactions with the Toms and their business and shit like that.
I'm over it.
But now, I mean, and that's fair. But now on a reunion, when you're giving her front and center, she's looking like a clown.
She does.
You look like a clown defending a clown. And you deserve to be told to shut the fuck up because you sound stupid. LVP is the LVP of the reunion, the least valuable player. Lisa Vanderpump, the least valuable player.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Bitch, I'm not just a fan.
Clip it! Producer, time that.
Hey, Riley, can you...
Yeah, I liked that. I liked also... so what I hear, the streets are talking, and they're saying that they're going to be like a little bit of an argument between the Toms. Because I think Tom Schwartz is kind of over it. And I think that he's trying to have his friends back. And also, like, I think I said that last episode, like... I get why he's having his friends back. You're not going to turn on your friend in that moment. But it's also like, bro, you're being a dick. And I'm not going to go down with this ship. Like, I'll have your back, but I'm not going down with you.
Yeah.
And they clearly didn't have their stories together. One thing about me, you and David clown me because I thought this, but it is the talk of the streets. And there's like a lot of things kind of leaning towards it. But there is talk that Raquel and Tom have been fucking around for way longer. That's why the timelines don't make any sense. And I think they said, okay, we're going to say it happened here. But... Tom paid for everything that happened at Raquel's engagement. He put down like $15,000, and I think that's why she went out with Peter. I don't think it was to make James jealous. And then I remember seeing her at the girls' trip, which is quote unquote before her and Tom hooked up. Yeah. Right. And she's having that full breakdown. Like, you guys don't understand it. It's giving something deeper. And I'm like, I bet you she was fucking around with Tom for a while and just was having one moment of being a human. Because one thing about Raquel is she's not a human being.
Yeah, no remorse.
Watching her watch watched the reunion from her trailer that has to be 100 yards away because she put up a fake fucking thing saying that Sheena hit her or whatever. Sheena might have hit her, but she deserved it. And watching her watch it and like smiling, or the best is like when she looks confused when she finds out, because like they say on the thing that like in January, Ariana and Tom were having a lot sex.
Yeah.
Raquel's looking at it like, huh? And I've been seeing like tweets.
Yeah,
people being like, when you find out your boyfriend was cheating on you with his girlfriend.
Yeah, literally, bro.
It's like, well, I never got that, because I've known people that have dated guys that are in relationships, and they'll be like, he sleeps on the couch, and it's like, girl, he's fucking that woman.
Yeah.
And like, you have to know that.
Yeah.
Like, and don't ask questions. Like, I'm sure you don't want to hear about it, you know.
Yeah, I have a friend who's going through that right now. Like, they're dating somebody who's kind of like not, like they're still in a relationship.
Well, we have to talk about that after. I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
It's a friend of mine.
Do I know this friend?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our time.
Tune in for the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. I will say, and the last thing I want to bring up talking about that episode is watching Ariana do this reunion and shit. It is so aggressively fresh.
It's so fresh. It's like a couple weeks
that
after.
I cannot believe that she is still doing it. Like, even now as we talk, it's been when the scandal broke in March.
Like March 1st.
It's been 3 months. Not
it's
even.
Still fresh.
And like,
it's such a major
That's
thing.
why watching her like do her interview with Andy where she's like, I'm getting to indifference. I'm like, no, the fuck you're
I think
not.
she's just trying to present as.
Of course she is, but like, you know, you've been through action, like been cheated on and stuff like that. And
drag me then. Tell everybody my fucking business.
But it's like, you've been through shit, and it's, you know how long those wounds take to heal.
Yeah, it takes forever.
So watching her like go through it in the public eye, I'm happy that she's getting the endorsement opportunities.
Cutting the check for her.
When she's talking about, and you're like, no, she could be, and I'm like, there's no fucking
there's no way. You're indifferent.
She's gonna be like this for years, bro.
Hopefully not. Hopefully,
no, it's not about hopeful. This is going to happen for years.
I know she's in therapy and stuff, so I'm hoping that that'll help. I'm also hoping that like, because she's been through major things, aren't like she lost her dad, like she'll be able to put things into perspective. Like, this isn't the worst thing that has ever happened to me.
Sure. But it's just it was so many losses on top of losses, and then it's gonna take a long time to walk through those. Yeah. Because she has to do a lot. She's probably not even done grieving Charlotte, bro. Oh. And then her grandmother.
I know how that is.
She probably still got shit from her dad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, losing a parent.
To pile Tom on top of that in the public eye, it's gonna be years for Ariana.
And then she's gonna still be on the show, and Tom's still gonna be around, so it's gonna be something that continuously is a reminder.
You know, it's gonna be not very hard. She's gonna be fine. She's a bad bitch. She'll be good, but hearing her talk about indifference, I'm like, baby, not even close.
Yeah, not even close.
And it's okay to be there. And
but sometimes you have to, when you're going through those things.
Yeah, you have to project that, especially when she's
put it
in
your head,
space.
like, I'm fine. Because it's the only way to get to a place where you can eventually actually be fine. Yeah. But if you sit in it, it's too difficult.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard.
It's too difficult.
It's hard. It's hard. So I hope she has people around her that.
Yeah, well, clearly she does. And honestly, watching this reunion, I was like, oh, this is such a dream for me. Because like, whenever my friends have been through a bad relationship, I'm like, oh, I wish I could tell
that
motherfucker how I feel. And tell him exactly how I thought of him the entire time. And like, watching them go in on Tom, I'm like, oh, what a pleasure.
I know.
Because you have no stakes in it, really. You know what I mean? Like, you don't give a fuck about this man, and it doesn't affect you in the same way.
Seeing Ariana be able to watch that and be able to smile is like, oh, it's got to feel a little good.
Yeah, when they're like, shut the fuck up. My favorite is anytime Tom would try to talk to Lala, she's like, you shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, don't talk to me. Yeah, like that would be me. I would be flaming this motherfucker. Yeah. Oh my God. So I want to listen to the podcast that Ariana was on. She was saying that like the whole time she couldn't look at Raquel or Tom. Like she would, like Andy would ask her a question, she would answer the question to Andy, but she was like, she was at the space when that was recorded that she couldn't even look at them. Because it's too hard for her, you know, and I can't even, I could not have, and I said it the last episode and I'll say it again, I could not have sat there and not been physical. Yeah. It would have been, when Raquel was walking in, I watched her walk, like the clip of her, like she's walking in slowly, I would have tackled her to the ground. But if I was, one thing Ariana did that I would have done is I would have came dressed exactly the same, like a bad bitch. I would have worn the dress. I would have came out there and been like, yep. Bad and bitch. I love, like, we haven't seen it yet, but there's going to be a part where she's like, you don't get to look at this. Yeah. I'm like, I love that.
Yeah, man. God bless her. Hopefully, you know, in time she'll feel, you know, completely over it and be able to and it's going to happen because one thing about this breakup, for Ariana, the thing that she has going for it is like, this guy is such a fucking idiot. He's such a fucking loser.
He's such a fucking loser.
Everything he does screams red flag.
Oh my God.
Like, she's gonna once she takes those rosy glasses off and like forgets about all the good times or whatever, you know, attracts him to her, he's gonna be like, wow, this guy's a fucking loser.
Yeah.
And that's not even me saying that as a hater. It's like he really is.
No, he is a loser, and he's clearly going through a midlife crisis.
And you know, so it's gonna be.
He's been
really,
going through since his 20s.
Yeah, for her, it's gonna be really. Oh, this guy is the problem.
Yeah,
I couldn't have.
I think she might be at that point already, hearing her talk. I think she knows, but I think it's like for her, she was saying that because the girl who was interviewing her was like, "Do you miss him?" And she was like, "You know, we spent 9 years together." She's like, I miss our inside jokes and how much we laughed and stuff." And she was saying like, cause you know, I think the saddest part of it all is like the delusion that he's living in, where he's like, I tried, like he's not even realizing he hasn't grown at all. And it's like, I tried to break up with her. It's like trying and breaking up with somebody are two different things. And then she's like, you know, if you look through both of our camera like thing on our phones, she's like, you would see through the 7 months that he was saying he was trying to break up with me, our videos of us like dancing together and laughing together and doing things together. So she's like, yeah, we had bad moments. We were together for 9 years. We have slumps. You know, it happens. And she's like, but we also still had really great moments. So like everything he's saying is just such a lie, and it's not. But I think it makes people like Tom make the decision that they make to cheat, and then they try to make themselves feel better for doing it by being like, well, I did it because of this. And it's like, bro, there's nothing that you can say that was going on that would absolve you of the things that you've done. Just admit, hey, I was being selfish. I wanted to fuck this girl. She made me feel something that Ariana didn't make me feel, because Ariana will hold me accountable, and this bitch, her head's in the fucking clouds and she don't know her ass from her fucking elbow.
Bambi-eyed bitch.
Yeah, so it's like, this bitch made you feel good because she's a dumb, stupid smut, as I said the other day.
Smutty.
She is, and I'm over it. I don't want Raquel ever back on the show, because it's like, she's just been trying to get the fame, and now she has it, and it's like, you're in a facility and stay there.
Yeah.
But that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see where they go from here.
Yeah, we will be back next week to talk about it. Yeah,
Shit.
2 more parts, and I can't even. I think Tom's gonna have about 1 minute of speaking time on all of it, because
you got to jump down his throat.
You have to.
So we're gonna be here for 10 hours. We can't start like this. Yep,
yeah. But we are gonna be on the same energy the entire time.
Yeah, as it should be.
You're a worm with a mustache.
Yo, mustache. Yeah, you're a worm with a mustache. Fucking pussy.
I love that he keeps getting up and leaving.
I'll fuck you up, so I'm way more ripped than you, bro.
My favorite though is that Tom's comebacks are hard. Like, you call yourself an artist with the same haircut for 6 years. I'm like, wow. Tom, shut the fuck up. And you've had the worst haircuts over the last fucking 12 years the show's been on. Go fuck yourself. You're such a clown. James. Also, I just want to talk about this, that he has been fine with everything that's been going on, but he like put up on his stories the other day because a journalist, and like I think it was People Magazine or something like that, put up a whole thing about how Tom ruined white nail polish. Oh, that's funny. And he like screenshot and he's like, this woman calls herself a journalist making fun of my nails. Like, did a whole thing. It's like, of all the things that you could try to clear up, you're mad about like someone making fun of you for white nail polish. And then it's like people doubled down. So it's like OPI is a very popular nail polish brand. And they wrote like RIP to Alpine Snow, whatever their white nail. Yeah. They're like RIP to this because somebody had to like ruin it. And they like that's like a campaign they put out. Yeah. And like Vanderpump I'm so happy for my people, because me and David, my best friend, we feel like we grew up with these people. Because we've been watching since we were like in our early 20s, and so were they. So it's just like you grew up with these people. Now I'm like, wow, this bitch, they are worldwide. They are Candy Burris worldwide in this bitch. And I'm here for it.
And y'all was day ones, man.
We were day ones.
If Tom doesn't learn how to fucking roll with these punches, he's going to bury himself.
Yeah, well, he can't. He can't. He can't handle it. But that's it. That's our cap.
Soft launch.
Soft launch. Thank you guys for watching. We will be here next week for more talking shit. See you later. Bye.
Peace.